Hey again, everyone. How's it going? Going well, I hope. So, people are talking a lot this morning about the Georgia Guidestones. I really don't want to spend too much time on it because, to be honest, I think it was more of a planned event to get people talking. What do I remember about the Georgia Guidestones? Well, they opened in 1980. On when? March what? 22nd. Oh, 322. Skull and Bones. Skull and Bones. You know what else is interesting? The date of today, 7/6. Who was born in 76? No, not born. Whose birthday is 7/6? He certainly wasn't born in 76. George W. Dumbass Bush. His birthday is 7/6. Things that make you go, Just like how the official lockdown started on 3/22 in 2020. I have that vision. Alright, so since we're just reliving them parallels and CERN just opened up the portals to who knows what again, could it be because it's on the 33rd parallel that they want to bring back the Mandela effect or different military operations, yada yada? It's also no coincidence, I'd assume, that today in history, way back, is when there was the first vaccine for, what was it, rabies? Yeah. Okay. So anyway, here's the video I'm going to attach that's a good reminder of some of the stuff that most of us already know. Basically, the Georgia Guidestones is just a bunch of masonry. So here's that reminder.
So why did Mr. Christian and his shadowy group of sponsors select Elberton, Georgia as the monument's location, and what was their true motivation for this monument? Elbert County is named after Samuel Elbert, a soldier of the American Revolution, governor of Georgia, and admitted Freemason, serving as both a member and Grand Master at two different Masonic lodges in Georgia. Elberton is located between Dewey Rose and Sandy Cross, Georgia, 100 miles from Atlanta, the state capital located on the 33rd parallel, in the state where the Federal Reserve came to fruition. The Freemason connection doesn't end there. The monument was built by admitted Freemasons like Joe Finley and his crew. From the astronomical functions to an emphasis on numerology, modern Freemasonry evolved from the guilds of stonemasons of the Middle Ages and is now the largest worldwide fraternal secret society. It's been dubbed Zionism for Gentiles, because if you eliminate the teachings of Judaism from the Masonic ritual, well, there's not a lot left. But more importantly, there is a direct connection between Freemasonry and the ancient Babylonian mystery religions, from which the ancient pagan religions of Egypt, Persia, Greece, and Rome eventually developed. These Freemasons are believers in everything old. They thrive in secret, studying at invisible colleges behind the scenes of ordinary life. And while most Freemasons are low-level Masons who join for social memberships and brotherhood, the reality is there are high-ranking Masonic officials within every level of our government. They are the hidden masters who translate their philosophy into legislation. Furthermore, it's been speculated that the Rosicrucians also had a hand in building the Georgia Guidestones. Rosicrucianism is a worldwide brotherhood claiming to possess esoteric wisdom handed down from ancient times, and is closely linked to Freemasonry. Elberton, being located between Dewey Rose and Sandy Cross, Georgia, as well as the RC and RC Christian pseudonym, is our hat tip of a clue that Rosicrucians might have had a hand in building the Guidestones, as these hints reflect their rose and cross symbolism. What unites these two secret societies is their practice of working through both symbol and ritual. Any mention of Masonic or secret societal influence in government or popular culture is typically dismissed as the ramblings of a crazy conspiracy theorist. But here we have the Guidestones, concrete proof of their influence with their symbols glinting back at us from these stones. Thus, followers of the occult are attracted to this site, much to the displeasure of one local Elberton minister, who expressed fear that cattle or even a person would be sacrificed on top of the Guidestones. His worries predated the actual stain on top of the stones. which might very well be an intentional splatter of paint or some kind of mildew problem. But nonetheless, every year all sorts of occult types visit the granite capital of the world to view this monument, which is interesting because granite is magnetic, and occultists are drawn to this area like they have been to Stonehenge or even the Egyptian pyramids, fueled by the belief that these sites are connected by ley lines or links between the aforementioned landmarkers said to contain electromagnetic energy, like landmarks on an energy highway of sorts. While Freemasons did take credit for building the Guidestones, the documentary Dark Clouds Over Elberton actually tracked down two individuals whom they believe were behind the R.C. Christian pseudonym, the misspelling of which, at least on the explanatory tablet beside the Guidestones, spells out untarnished conspiracy. Obviously, major spoilers ahead. Discovered through saved letters in banker Wyatt Martin's old IBM computer case, filmmakers identified friends Robert Merriman and Dr. Herbert Henze Kirsten of Fort Dodge, Iowa, as the sponsors of the Guidestones. Robert worked at a publishing company and was presumably the individual who published Common Sense Renewed. Dr. Kirsten, whose last name is German for Christian, was a Catholic medical doctor who was ironically very passionate about birth control as a means of population control. A little bit of digging revealed that Dr. Kirsten was allegedly a eugenicist who wanted to create a measurement tool for race supremacy. And while that documentary wrapped up the mystery very nicely, what was most interesting to me about this alleged discovery was not the individuals in question, but that Fort Dodge, Iowa, where the Cardiff Giant, one of the greatest hoaxes of the 19th century, was carved from stone, just so happened to be the home of our Guidestone boogeyman, R.C. Christian. Which brings us to the final part of this video.
Who knows, maybe I'll do a follow-up video on which of the pillars was damaged and what that may or may not signify, along with that capstone, because that capstone took a hit too. Things that make you go, in 2022.
To human genetics, gematria with numbers and satanic relics, sorcery, celebrities, and the unknown, health, science, and art in the minds unshown. From negative to positive, some young, some grown, lost in the wilderness, trying to find home. From the lies and the truth being spread in the earth, you are now being enlightened by Jody Southworth. Peace.